Dolphins, that's how we do. We rapping for the crib, so it's always about the you. Hey Jimmy, please get a bell on the phone and tell him that it's on. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do him wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. Just spit the facts while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. On a big old football Friday. That's our guy Georgie, by the way. Little surprise coming up for the new year, 2026. Georgie is in the lab. He is making some new tracks for the Hochman, Crowder, and Solana show. We'll have bangers for the 2 o'clock hour, the 3 o'clock hour, the 4 o'clock hour, the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha happy hour. Our guy Georgie is going to be making some music over the holidays, and we will all be the recipients of that gift come New Year. And you can follow Georgie on social media, Georgie Music, Georgmuzik.
How come he didn't ask me to get in the lab with him? Do a little reggaeton remix or something.
He heard Noche de Six, though, and certainly anyone who's heard it would say to themselves, maybe I want to collab with this guy. And then they would say to themselves, no, I'm not insane. I don't want this guy anywhere near a recording studio where I'm going to be.
Gotcha.
Today is a big football Friday. Listen, I can't remember. It's been a minute since we've had a football Friday this big, right? College football playoffs? I'm not joking. Like college football playoffs tomorrow? Like, when have we had a football Friday? I mean, I'm guessing last year when the Dolphins needed to win heading into a weekend. Is that
I know. I would think back to last year. Hurricanes going into that Syracuse game, needing to win in Syracuse to clinch a berth in the ACC title game last year. That actually might have been a Friday, so maybe it was the day after Thanksgiving. But, Hoch, really, the answer is Dolphins going into that playoff game against the Kansas City Chiefs. That was the last high-stakes football Friday.
Where you're looking forward to a postseason game.
Right.
Because, obviously, it's a postseason game for the Hurricanes tomorrow. So, yeah, going into the KC game, and there was a whole bunch of hubbub because of the weather. Like, it was, like, it had all the elements of a great football Friday. I will tell you, I don't know if you want to take this as good news or bad news, but I just placed a large wager on the Hurricanes, plus 2.5. I believe maybe my largest wager of the year. Hurricanes plus 2.5 at even money. It's at plus 100 right now on the Hard Rock app, and I'm in. I believe they advance tomorrow. Everything that I've heard this week from Danny Cannell and Gino Torretta, everyone who we've spoken with, you know, you can tell. Like, it's not, and I think Danny and Gino both picked them to win, but everyone we've spoken with, no one is dismissing the Hurricanes as not belonging. And the Hurricanes obviously have something to prove. Most difficult part for them is going to be they're playing a road game. And in one of the toughest places to play a road game in all of college football. But I do feel good. Now, I do not feel good about the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are going to get steamrolled Sunday. But I've been wrong about the Dolphins just about all season. I was right about them Monday night. I placed a large wager on the Steelers, and I had placed a wager on Tua to throw a pick. So I was right on the Dolphins most recently. I think they're getting steamrolled. I know Rob Pizzola yesterday told us he has bet the Dolphins, and he believes the Dolphins are being sold a little bit short. They still have a great running game, and now you've got a quarterback who probably is more mobile, certainly is more mobile than your previous quarterback. So we've got a good football Friday, though. I mean, we got action tomorrow. We got action Sunday. I mean, things are happening. When's your FIU bowl game, by the way?
FIU plays tomorrow.
It's tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow, December 20th. I'm sorry, they play next Friday, December 26th. I got the date.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was next week.
Pro First Responder Bowl in Dallas against UTSA.
Because Lee Sterling is going to join us today, and he said, hey, do you want me to pick the FIU game for Solana? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And I looked it up, and I didn't think it was tomorrow. So,
yeah, I got
okay,
the
a week
dates
from
confused. The
week from today.
26th. The 26th.
We'll have today on the show Don Bailey Jr. from College Station, Will Manso from College Station, and Lee Sterling. Give us some winners, hopefully. I want to get a winner for the Alabama game tonight as well. A little Friday night football action.
We've got NFL football tomorrow on Saturday. You've got Friday night football tonight.
There's football tomorrow?
Yeah, NFL football tomorrow. Plus, all the other bowl games are tomorrow as well, or all the other playoff games are tomorrow, because you've got Alabama, Oklahoma tonight, and then it starts tomorrow, Texas A&M at noon, Ole Miss, Tulane at 3:30, Oregon and James Madison at 8, and mixed in between, you've got a 5 p.m. kickoff, Eagles, Commanders, and then Packers, Bears at 8:20. All happening tomorrow.
I had no idea. I just realized that.
Welcome to Saturday football, Hoch.
Wow.
NFL football.
Now I got to change my plans. We, the Hochmans, we do a Christmas dinner together, a little get together over the holidays, me, my wife, my son, but the more formalized version, not that we don't eat together many nights, but we always pick one night where, hey, let's go somewhere. And we were going to go to Italy. It opened up in West Palm, not the one in Aventura. It opened in West Palm.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, after the Hurricanes game, I figure that'll end around 4, right? About 4 hours, I assume.
Yeah.
Get up to Italy. I guess we can be back by 8:30 because Bears-Packers, how can you miss that on a Saturday night?
You can't. Literally, you can't.
No Roma Dunze.
He stinks anyways. He had a good couple of weeks to start the season. You talked about Matas Buzelis nonstop. You talked more about Matas Buzelis than Norman Powell. And then you hyped up this Roma Dunze, and neither of them have done anything.
Yeah, shadow banned.
Neither of them.
This happens with everyone who I know is going to break through. Matt Mervis, Roma Dunze, Matas Buzelis. Bulls tonight play the Cavs again. Cavs are going to house them.
I don't know. I was reading 6 of the Cavs' last 10 losses have come from the Chicago Bulls and the Wizards, I think, 2 of the worst teams in the East.
Cavs are going to house the Bulls. They are not losing 2 in a row.
Damn, I can't stop thinking about Italy. Oh, so good, man.
Boozy's 10.5 tonight. That guy was 17.5 at the beginning of the season.
Stinks. When are you going to Italy? You're not going tomorrow anymore?
Yeah, we were going to go tomorrow. I think we'll still be able to go tomorrow. Just got to be back by 8:30.
Man, so have you been?
So, we've been to Italy in New York, Chicago, Las Vegas, Tokyo.
That's right.
And now West Palm.
That's right. So good.
We love making a stop at Italy.
Yeah. What do you get? You get pizza?
I get spaghetti and meatballs and the mole cola.
Yeah, I'm sorry I asked.
Aperol Spritz.
Punch you in the face.
Jimmy gave me a nice little holiday gift, little gift card to the liquor store. I'm getting those pre-made Aperol Spritzes. Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
Somebody put on the chat, I got a Dunze in fantasy. He shadow banned himself.
He was putting up top 5 wide receiver numbers the first 6 weeks of the season. Hasn't done a single thing since.
Buzelis was on the road to MVP. Dunze was going to be an all-pro. Shadow ban. Today on the show, we will have one more chance for you to win a $50 gift card to eat, drink, and watch sports at Twin Peaks. So make sure you're listening for that. Crowder is on vacation at Disney World with his family. Let us begin the show with headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
Since you brought up betting and the Bulls and Buzelis yesterday, Hoch, let's just get this out of the way. We were talking about the NBA schedule. OKC was playing the Clippers. The Spurs were playing the Wizards. I suggested putting in a parlay. Clippers covering the 18-point spread versus OKC, obviously as underdogs, and the Wizards covering the 15.5-point spread versus the Spurs as underdogs as well. Did you see what happened in these games?
I did not. I don't even know what happened.
The Thunder won by 21 points, so they covered 18, and the Spurs won by 25 points. They covered 15.5. We would have gone 0 for 2 on that parlay.
That's like a win.
We basically won. The only leg that would have hit, because then I told you, let's throw the Heat money line,
right,
or the Heat covering 6. The Heat ended up winning last night. It wasn't pretty against a really bad Brooklyn Nets team, but a win's a win, bro. It stops their losing streak.
Oh, I would like to add in Italy in Toronto as well.
Wow. Been to Italy everywhere except for in Italy.
Correct. I don't even know if they have one there.
I don't think they do. Why don't you just go to
They do.
They have Italy in Italy?
Yes, at a train station.
Huh. That's where I went to the one in Tokyo. We were in a train station. We were just starving, and we had taken the train all day, and we're like, oh, there's an Italy. Because why would you waste time having pizza in Tokyo? But it was kind of cute to go in there.
Jimmy, you went to Italy and went to an Italy in Italy?
No, I saw one in Italy. I didn't technically eat.
But you
there.
can go to it. There's no shame in that. It's owned by Mario Battaglia or something.
Of course, there's shame in that.
You know what? Not.
When you're in Italy, you know what you do to experience Italy? You go eat in Italy. Like that. That's what
are you
do.
doing?
You
That's eating in Italy.
Stop.
It's owned by one of the most famous Italian chefs in Italy.
Get out of here. You know what you do? You walk down the street in Rome or in Milan or in Florence, and you just stop at any restaurant that you see and you eat. That's what you do. You don't go to the train station to eat Italian food. Get out of here. Ridiculous.
I didn't eat there.
It was founded by Oscar Farinetti.
Yeah, but
Italian.
Who cares who it was founded by? I'm sure Domino's Pizza was founded by an Italian. It doesn't make it authentic Italian pizza.
And Mario Batali, a famous chef. Yeah, you keep going to Chicago Kendall Pizza. Other people are going to go to the Mario Batali restaurants.
I love Italy if I'm not in Italy. That's my point.
I don't think
Italy.
you do.
Okay. All right. The Heat play tonight as well. Here's your local schedule for the entire week. Buckle in, because this is really like you've got to pull out a pen and a paper and write this stuff down. This is a lot. The Hurricanes play tomorrow against Texas A&M at noon.
Okay.
Canes are plus 3.5. The Dolphins play Sunday at 1. It is the official start of the Quinn Ewers era, or the official end of the Tua Tagovailoa era, or just, I don't know. There's 3 games remaining. Quinn Ewers is going to start in the 3 games. Maybe it's just that simple.
Yeah, I don't. I saw someone, it was one of the local writers, say something about, you haven't heard once the Dolphins say, Tua, though, is our guy. Rough season, but he's our guy. Nothing. They want to be done with him. They're going to be done with him. If they can move on from that contract in any way, shape, or form, they're going to move on from him.
Hoch, we've talked about it a couple times. They could have just shut him down. Like, it's that simple. It's that simple. Hey,
he's our guy. He's obviously battling through some injuries. We're mathematically eliminated. We're going to shut him down for the rest of the season, get him healthy.
That's it. That's simple. And there's still some sort of show of faith in Tua moving on, even if they don't believe it. Hey, you bring in a new GM or a new head coach next year, and they decide to move on from Tua, then you just blame it on them, right? Like, it's foolproof. But no, they said we're benching him. They made Tua answer questions, I'll play the audio later, about whether or not he played his last game in a Dolphins jersey. He says he's unsure. Like, the whole thing, it just makes no sense to me. 0 sense.
Which Italy have you gone to?
I've never been, actually. The Heat, they play the Celtics tonight at 7 p.m. That's at the TD Garden. Celtics have lost 2 straight. The Heat, second night of a back-to-back.
That ain't an easy one.
I'm sure things will go swimmingly at the TD Garden. Second night of a back-to-back. And the Miami Heat will also play the Knicks on Sunday at 6. So you've got the Dolphins, and then you've got the Heat at 6. The Panthers play tonight, 7 p.m. against the Hurricanes. Tough game. And then they play tomorrow, second night of a back-to-back at 6 p.m. against the St. Louis Blues. Canes Hoops plays against North Florida on Sunday at 4 p.m. And the women's basketball team hosts Kennesaw State at noon. So you've literally got sports going on at all times throughout the weekend with a South Florida tie. At all times.
Somebody puts on the chat, if you just shut them down, nobody's going to reach out to you and ask for trade requests. The Dolphins doing it this way, it means who wants them. But I would say the exact opposite of that. I think by not shutting him down, why would you reach out for a trade? You know that they're done with him. If you think they're keeping him and getting him healthy for next season because they still see value in him, then maybe you have a way to make a trade. But you know now they see no value in him. They're just going to be done with him.
Crazy. It makes no. That's why, I brought it up the day that they had announced that they were benching him. I'm like, why? Why would they say it that way? Even if it's true, even if they are sick of him, why are they going about it this way when you could easily just shut him down? It's like now they're telling everybody, hey, we don't believe in Tua. I mean, like, why? But why? What? How do you benefit from that? Nobody does.
How many Earl of Sandwiches have you been to?
At least 22. At least. The Seahawks, they beat the Rams in overtime last night. Game was fun as hell.
It was wild. If you went to sleep in the fourth quarter or just turned it off, there's no way Seattle's coming back from this. I mean, there's a 2-point conversion you'll never see in your life.
The Rams kind of got screwed on that, right? Like, I realized letter of the law, it was the right call and all that, but there was clearly a whistle blown when the ball hits the ground, in my opinion.
Just because a Seahawk is standing there and picks it up, so now it's a touchdown. Yeah, very, yeah. It almost seemed like there was a script that had gone awry for a little bit, and so they just had to do mad cleanup work in the fourth quarter to get the script back on track.
Because they bring on the rules analyst. Who is it?
I think it's Terry McCauley.
Yeah, and he's explaining it, and I mean he's explaining it.
It was a lateral. It was backwards.
Yeah, well, he's saying even if it's on the direct path, that technically would still be a fumble. The ball has to travel forward. If it travels on the direct path of the quarterback or behind, it's a fumble. So technically, like, I realize, based on any angle you saw, it never traveled forward, so fine. But the play's blown dead. The ball hits the ground, everybody stops, and here comes a random Seahawk player just kind of like, I'll pick up the ball, I guess.
Hey, look, it's a ball.
and they're going to give you 2 points, tie the game, in the most impactful game in the NFC all season. Like, I don't know. I feel like the Rams just got hosed there.
Pretty wild.
All right, Hoch. Your weather in South Florida, it is partly cloudy. Actually, it isn't. It's a gorgeous day. It's sunny as hell.
Gorgeous.
And it's in the mid 80s. Tonight, it'll be in the mid to upper 70s. That's brought to you by our friends at Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable root AC systems. Visit chillzoneac.com.
Somebody puts on the text line, would you go to Panera Bread in Paris? You know what I do get a kick out of? Like in Philadelphia, there's like Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
And Subway.
Yeah.
There's the best Philly cheesesteak or hoagie places. Like, Philly is just replete with them. Why you would ever go, or in New York. Like, there's Sparrow.
Delicious.
Papa John's.
Delicious.
Like, what are you doing?
You've never been to a Fireman Derek's in New York, in Long Island? You've never been to a Jimmy John's, a Yimmy Jones in New York or in Philadelphia? Like, it's even better. They've got better.
Like when you're in Philly, they've got Philly pretzels. They're better than any pretzels in the world. And people are in the mall, they're lined up at Auntie Anne's. What are you doing?
Can't go wrong there.
Auntie Anne's, they do make good pretzels.
Yeah.
You know why the Auntie Anne's pretzels are so good?
Why?
I mean, they're slathered in butter. I mean, just like there's more butter. I think every pretzel has 5 sticks of butter.
And it's not enough. it's not enough. I want more butter. The hot dogs that or like it's like the pretzel bites with the hot dogs inside. It's almost like what are they called? Pigs in a blanket, but with the pretzel on the outside that they sell at Auntie Anne's is the most vile.
I mean, it's not Auntie Anne's, it's Auntie Anne's. Everyone knows it's Auntie Anne's. They're pretzel dogs. I don't know. You're coming up with these weird names. What are you doing here? Get a pretzel dog at Auntie Anne's. You're describing something. Everybody knows what it is, and the way you're describing it is like it's so rare. It's like, have you ever been to MC Donald's? They have like a patty and then 2 buns, and it's some sort of ham burger. You're talking about a pretzel dog at Auntie Anne's. What are we doing here?
It looks just like a pig's in a blanket, but the outside is actually a pretzel. And the inside.
And somebody else says Fireman Derek's is a pie shop.
Yeah,
Were you thinking of Firehouse Subs?
Firehouse Subs.
You're killing it this segment. All right, Don Bailey Jr. is going to join us from College Station. Gulfstream Park, there's something to do this weekend. The championship meet is on at Gulfstream Park. Live racing Thursday through Sunday. Witness the nation's top horses and jockeys compete on the Gulfstream track. Enjoy the thrill of racing all season long. You can make it a full day out in 10 Palms Restaurant, which is what I did last Saturday. We had a great afternoon at 10 Palms at Gulfstream. Ring in the holidays with the family at Gulfstream Park Village. Every night through December 31st, families are invited to view the seasonal lights. It's the open-air village center. The property is illuminated in more than 250,000 LED lights, and it's all set to the sounds of holiday favorites and popular music from yesterday and today. They do a 10-minute light show, starts at the top of every hour from 6 till 11 p.m. They also, throughout the week and the holidays, they have holiday magic, Santa visits, snow shows, and more. So just check out the Gulfstream Park website for all the info. It is time now to book your New Year's Eve at 10 Palms, an incredible way to ring in the new year. Get your tickets now. The ultimate New Year's Eve celebration. Your ticket includes premium endless dining, live band, a DJ, party favors, a photo booth, a midnight champagne toast, and more. And of course, you don't want to forget to purchase your Pegasus World Cup tickets soon, because that's going to be here before you know it. Tickets sell out every year, and you do not want to miss the Pegasus at Gulfstream Park. Get all the details on everything I just mentioned at GulfstreamPark.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
You guys see new Mozart is dropping soon?
He's dead.
Got what you...
Football Friday. Feeling like a football Friday. Don Bailey Jr. will be on the call tomorrow. So pregame starts at 8 a.m. right here on 104.3 FM WQAM. And then you will get college football playoff action featuring our Miami Hurricanes from College Station. We've been waiting a lifetime for this.
Yep.
It is finally upon us. And Joe Zagacki and Don Bailey Jr. and Josh Darrow will have the call tomorrow. The whole broadcast executive produced by Victor Bermudez, who has been working tirelessly for weeks on this. And DBJ is with us now on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Hello, Don Bailey Jr.
How are you, my brother?
Where are you calling us from? Are you in College Station right now?
I am at the team hotel, and for the playoffs, college football playoff round one, sitting here in the lobby or away from the lobby after getting back from practice and getting ready to go, man.
You feeling it? What's the vibe? I wonder, do the Hurricanes feel like they have something to prove? Because, you know, there was this notion, maybe Notre Dame should be in over Miami. And is the Hurricanes, motivating factor, hey, we've got to prove this? Or is it more of a business-like approach? Hey, it's just another game. We're on the road. Let's make it happen. Like, what's the approach?
The approach is 1-0, right? That's what we hear out of Coach Cristobal every single week during the season, every single time there's a game. That has for sure been the message since Miami beat Pitt. Now, is the team aware of what they had to do to get here and that they were somewhat overlooked and shunned? That plays right into Miami's hand. You know that. There's nothing better when people are against Miami. There's nothing better than Miami is an underdog. There's nothing better than that. And I think that's they're going to run through the tunnel, and they are going to be highly motivated to deal with these Aggies tomorrow.
DBJ, what's the key? As silly as this question is, or as easy as this question is, what is the key to this game? Because I was trying to figure out, is it Carson Beck just being the guy that Miami went out and they brought to Miami? They expected a big season out of him, and I think for the most part he's delivered. Is it as simple as leaning on your best players? Do the Canes just have to play a clean football game? I don't know if you're looking at one thing that needs to happen for Miami to win this game.
Well, to me, if I have to pick one thing, what category do you want to win? I'm going to say the giveaway takeaway. If Miami wins the giveaway takeaway battle, I like the chances. Now, if you're talking about individual players, I think that's not been the message, because it's 11 versus 11. That's what it is, no matter what. The crowd can't be involved other than noise. They're not going to be on the field. They're not going to be a part of a play. It's Miami's 11 against their 11 every single snap. And Miami's got to just win more snaps than they do. And if it's a category, like I said, it's big plays. I think explosives have a lot to do with it. If you give up too many, you lose. If you have more than them, you win. And also it's giveaway takeaway. I mean, unless you're going to start really boiling it down to individual players, I think the overall picture falls into those two categories.
How much more difficult is a game like this in hostile territory in a place that holds over 100,000 people?
Hoch, in my memory bank and seeing Miami play since the late 70s, Canes love this, man. Canes want to walk out into the lion den, right? They want to have 100,000 people booing them. That energizes the University of Miami football program. They're not intimidated. They like going into hostile environments. I mean, how many times have you seen Miami play Florida State? Well, I got to tell you, that's as tough a place to play as this one is. Miami never looked intimidated when they were at Florida State. We were at University of Florida and beat them pretty good last year, and that's about as tough a place to play as there is. And Miami comes to the party in these games. So This, to me, works in Miami's favor. Is there going to be challenges with the snap count? There's going to be challenges with the noise? Yeah, but you have that in Syracuse when the dome is full too. So it's college football, but for the University of Miami, the more hostile it is and the tougher the environment is, more often than not, these kids rise to the occasion.
Hey, DBJ, is this Mario Cristobal's biggest game of his career as a head coach? I know he played in Pac-12 championship games. Like, he's played in big games, a Rose Bowl. But I wonder, because of the stakes, because he's back home, because what's on the line here, which is Miami's first ever, the University of Miami's first ever playoff win and a chance to play Ohio State. Have you thought about that? Like, is this his biggest game of his coaching career?
I don't think he ever thinks of it that way. I really don't. I think what he preaches is what he practices. And because it's game 13 against A&M, who's in the top 10, against Miami in the top 10, and the next team goes to the round where there's 8 teams left, I think he understands the magnitude of it, but the preparation is not different. You know, I was asked a question last week with the Miami Touchdown Club, and they said, well, what's changed week to week? Nothing. Tuesday's Tuesday, Wednesday's Wednesday, Thursday's Thursday, Friday's Friday, Saturday's Saturday, and Sunday's Sunday, and Monday's Monday. The routine does not change. Now, if players are injured, you have to make adjustments. If things aren't working, you try and make them better. But at the end of the day, the prep is the same, and he lives his life that way. But he also understands. You win this football game, you go to the final 8, and then you go to the 4, and then you're in the championship game. He gets it. He can do the math. He sees what's going on, but you're not getting a different Mario Cristobal today than you did the week before Pitt. Friday before Pitt is identical, except for the location, as Friday was today. And that's the message that he's had since he hit this campus 4 years ago, and it's the message that he delivered today.
Does it feel, just from a viewer standpoint, does it feel like just another road game, or is there a lot of pomp and circumstance involved with this being the college football playoffs?
It is different. I'll tell you, it's different. It's different in the lobby of the hotel. It's different with the people that I talk to, that I run into on the street, or I meet here, I'm at home, in my office, whatever it is. It's different. It has infused an energy into our community that is unexplainable. I mean, I've seen it happen numerous times over the years, but you can see that it starts to unite this program. People unite the community, where people who don't even have season tickets, well, now they want to talk about it, and people who have been following them for 50 some odd years, they're back to, I told you so, we can win. I think it's so great for this community. And, you go back to the national championships and the parades and the turnout and what it's done and how it infuses energy. And the big thing it does is that it's our University of Miami. It's the city of Miami, and it's ours. And we're going to be on the biggest stage that there is. And you're going to see a lot of our kids, our guys, kids from our community, from the high schools in Dade County and Broward County and Palm Beach County, the state of Florida. And it's the hometown team. I mean, we don't get a ton of that because of the environment down there with all the sports teams and the pros team. But right now, the focus is on Miami, and it should be.
I know you don't eat a lot of red meat. Have you gone to Whataburger while you've been in Texas?
No. I travel with Priscilla Bailey, and if I brought up Whataburger to her, I would say I would probably get served papers the next day.
Well, that's your ace in the hole.
Yeah, you're right.
I wish I had an easy out like that. I'd exercise that in a heartbeat.
I like my car, but I don't want to live in it.
Yeah, well said. You've had, DBJ, a great season doing lines for us during the game. I mean, you really have brought it strong. Solana will put together a year-end montage when it's all over, and we hope it's not all over tomorrow. We hope this goes a few weeks longer, obviously. Do you think Joe Zagacki and Victor Bermudez will be okay with you working in a couple of silly lines in a broadcast of this magnitude?
Well, I snuck one in against Pitt, and I don't know how well it was received. I enjoyed it, by the way, and I would rather ask for forgiveness instead of permission. So, I mean, I'll take, especially since this broadcast is going to be, live on the ACC network. They're taking
right. This is not just not just on 104.3, but ACC network. They're doing a mega cast, and the radio call is going to be, on television. So
I don't know that if we're doing a game on television. Look, let's go for it, man. Just make them fit a little bit. At least make them fit a little bit.
Okay.
And if I don't get threatened with my job and my career, I'll see what I can do. But there's no promises this week.
Okay. Well, I think this one fits in easily. You're familiar with the electric slide, right? You're familiar. You probably know how to dance the electric slide, right?
Sure.
This to me, very easy. I hear a lot of national broadcasters put this type of razzmatazz onto a call. So maybe you could fit this line in, a couple of lines during the broadcast tomorrow.
You gotta know it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. That you can't hold it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
You gotta know it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Now you can't hold it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
I'd say it's 100% chance if we drop the boogie woogie, but I think the boogie woogie makes it. So let's put it out there and see if we can get it done.
Because if there's a holding call, say, and you go, Joe, you got to know it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Now you can't hold it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
They are going to kill me, man. Here's the conversation tomorrow. Don, I want you to know this is a nationally televised broadcast.
Uh-huh.
Make sure that we stick within, between the lines here. He says, okay.
I think now my definition is, to me, that's sticking between the lines. I don't know how you see it. Solana, you're a broadcaster as well. Do you know Solana was on the call for FIU-UM basketball on Tuesday for the FIU broadcast? So he does a lot of broadcasting, a lot of FIU. That seems to be in the lines for me. Solana, how about you?
Not only that, but Mario Cristobal, DBJ, just got done telling us, is approaching this game like every other game. Why should the broadcast change their approach?
There you go.
You should change.
There you go.
You should approach this game like it's week 1 against Bethune-Cookman, DBJ.
You know what, Solana, you're right. And you know how I'm going to approach this? These lines are part of a winning team and a winning broadcast, and we are not going to deviate from what winning is.
Bingo.
As long as I don't get suspended, that's okay.
So you want to practice it with me? You got to know it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
You got to know it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
And you can't hold it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
And you can't hold it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
Hoch, in the off chance, because I think we're all expecting a tough, hard-fought game, in the off chance the Canes are rolling at Texas A&M, we'll have Joe Zagacki joining in on the boogie, woogie, woogie.
I believe
100%.
If the Canes are rolling, you will see Josie, DBJ, and Victor doing the electric slide in the booth.
Here's the gamble. We're going to wait. Maybe we wait till the fourth quarter and see how this thing's rolling. And if it's rolling big on the Canes, I might be able to get all three of us to throw in a little boogie woogie.
All right. Well, then we're not giving you any more lines. That's the only thing you need to focus on for tomorrow. We want a dub from the Hurricanes, and we want a little electric slide from you, DBJ.
I'll get it, baby. I'll get it.
Right.
Hey, I want you guys to have happy holidays, Merry Christmas, have as much fun as we can. And guy, how about this? We can talk about it. Miami comes home Saturday night with the W. You know who's down the road. Get a little Buckeye revenge, don't we?
Oh,
Get a little
yes.
Buckeye revenge.
Oh, we know, man. We know. One game at a time, but holy mackerel, could this be something special?
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
We'll be listening tomorrow. Don Bailey Jr., Joe Zagacki, Josh Darrow, Victor Bermudez. Pre-game, I'm guessing Hollywood, Brian Monroe, the cast of thousands. I mean, it all starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow here on 104.3 FM WQAM. Game kicks off at noon. Thank you, DBJ. Go enjoy Texas.
Go Canes.
Go Canes. How about that? I think we got something special brewing for the broadcast tomorrow. All right, get in the holiday spirit because everyone's on the nice list at Hard Rock Bet. Sign up, place a $5 wager. If it wins, you score $150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings, a winning bet and a boosted bankroll that's a gift worth unwrapping. It's not just holiday season, it's no sweat season on the Hard Rock Bet app. Every day for the rest of the month, you get a no sweat bet for the biggest game on the slate. So just open up the Hard Rock Bet app each day, see whatever the matchup is, place your bet. Either you win or you get a bonus bet back. How about this? Tonight is a big night for boxing. You've got a viral sensation fighting a former two-time heavyweight champion here in Miami. Get in on the action on the Hard Rock Bet right now. There is plenty of action to be had. And then, of course, there's so much action this weekend between Miami, Texas A&M, and even tonight. I mean, you've got Miami and Boston in basketball. You've got Chicago. Might I recommend Josh Giddey, triple-triple? A triple-double? Triple-triple would be almost impossible. But a triple-double for Josh Giddey. He had one last game. Maybe we'll have another one. It's all right there for you on the Hard Rock Bet app. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
I used to spray paint raccoons and see if they come back in my yard after I catch them.
It's a great move.
Today's top
How dare you fade the music out right as that kicking line is coming in. Y'all ready for this? Do you know who this is, Solana? Do you know who the artist is? Everybody knows the song. Do you know the artist?
The artist is I can't even make up a name. I have no idea.
It was Two Unlimited, right? Two Unlimited?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Two Unlimited. Yeah, Two Unlimited.
Speaking of like not knowing something, went to dinner. A friend of mine was in town. Went to dinner last night. There's a place in Boca called True Food Kitchen. He's a vegan. And Lori and I have eaten at this place. It's not all vegan. They have a lot of vegetarian stuff, some vegan stuff, and some regular stuff. So we went to True Food, and on the menu, I was going to get a bowl, quinoa bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it's described on the menu, I took a picture of it. Regenerative quinoa brown rice blend. So, and then the one above it is the wild caught tuna poke bowl. Regenerative black rice.
What does that mean? Regenerative.
Isn't that a normal question? So the waitress comes over and I say, by the way, what is regenerative quinoa and what is regenerative black rice? And she looks at me and she goes, "Huh, I don't know. No one's ever asked before." And I go, "That can't be." I go, "You're telling me everyone comes in here? Place is always crowded. It's at the mall.
Yeah,
like it's a sit-down restaurant.
Yeah.
I think True Food is a chain." I go, "You're telling me?" I go, "How long have you worked here?" She's like, "Over a year." I go, "No one has asked what's regenerative quinoa or what's regenerative black rice?" Like everybody, I said, "So I'm the idiot? Like everyone knows what regenerative quinoa is? I'm the dummy who doesn't know?"
Because Crowder, he does those Atlantic Men's, or no, you do the Atlantic Men's Clinic, and one of you talk about regenerative medicine.
Well, that's QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics, excuse me. That makes sense to me. Like you're rejuvenating ligament damage, you're rejuvenating bone density. Like that makes sense to me. How am I getting something rejuvenated or regenerated through brown rice consumption?
Well, the rice itself is regenerative. It is. So she went back and talked to the chef, and then she came back and she explained it to us. And it had to do with how the rice, she was even saying, like he was saying, there's the male rice plant and the female rice plant, and the way that it's regenerated is earth friendly, obviously, because that's big for this restaurant. But I was just more perplexed by the fact that no one had ever asked prior to me what's regenerative black rice or what's regenerative quinoa brown rice blend.
I don't believe that. I don't believe nobody's ever asked her that. She was lying to you, lying right to your face.
And then, well, then how did she not know the answer, though?
Because
like, if you're the waitress
there is no answer. Because there is no answer. That's why there is no answer.
My friend and I, we were talking about telling the lady next to us who sat down. Some lady sat down by herself at the table next to us. My buddy's like, "Tell her to ask what the regenerative black rice is." when the waitress walks over again, "Hey, what is this regenerative black rice?" But that's like, I read it to you. That's the first thing you said. What's regenerative black rice? Didn't make any sense.
It's 0 cents. 0 cents.
Jimmy, would you ever order the regenerative quinoa bowl?
Not a chance.
Yeah. Happened to be delicious.
What's the odds on Jimmy having eaten quinoa in his entire life? I'd say no is minus 50,000.
0.0.
Exactly right.
Yeah. We know our Jimmy.
Was it good, by the way? The regenerative black rice?
Well, I had the regenerative quinoa.
Oh, okay.
Which was mixed with brown rice.
And how do you feel today? You feel almost like
I wasn't regenerated. The rice is regenerated. Yeah, somebody puts on the chat, regenerative is a type of farming. Yeah, that's what she was explaining to us after going back and talking to the chef.
So it doesn't regenerate anything within you. It's just the rice itself.
It's not a magic strand of rice. What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? What are these people talking about?
Well, it's like it's an adjective. So if you saw organic rice, you understand that it's referring to the rice. It's not referring to you. You're not organic after you eat it.
I guess it does make a little bit more sense. I thought it was telling you that it would, because of its components, it would have some sort of regenerative effects inside your body.
Oh, well, you're an idiot.
Okay.
If that's what you thought, you're an absolute idiot. We do have a chance for you. We're going to regenerate a $50 gift card for Twin Peaks once again today, and we have a chance for you to win it sometime before 6 o'clock. Lee Sterling is going to join us this hour. I'll give you 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored. It's brought to you by the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models for a limited time. Learn more at Lexus.com. So Game Day Uncensored, Sunday, 9 a.m., Tobin, Solana, Chris Perkins, Omar Kelly. They will get you ready for Miami and Cincinnati. That line has moved a little bit. Oh, nah, it's 3.5 still. Wasn't it 4 yesterday? I think it was 4 yesterday. Bengals are 3.5-point favorites over the Dolphins. Here's a couple of the props. I wonder if there's a rushing prop yet for Quinn Ewers. There hadn't been. Oh, there is. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking.
Let's go.
We know Tua, he's been averaging negative yards rushing the last few games. Joe Burrow, you want to guess what Joe Burrow's rushing over is for Sunday?
Man, I don't think he's running that much, but I could be wrong. I would say 13.5.
3.5.
Oh, wow.
And how about Quinn Ewers?
I would guess it's closer to 10. 9.5?
Yeah, I would go like 15.5. That would have been my guess. Young quarterback, first start. You look for a couple of options. Nobody's open. You take off. 6.5 is what it's set at. I'm tempted to bet the over there on Quinn Ewers, over 6.5 yards rushing.
Does he have wheels, though? I feel like I don't even know.
I don't know. I mean, he's young. I mean, just by necessity, young quarterbacks seem to, maybe I'm just making this up, seem to just take off, right? If they don't see an option. I mean, he's not, I'm imagining they're going to rely on the run, right? So it's going to be heavy HN, would be my guess, throughout the game. They don't need to, I was going to say, unless they decide, you know what, let's open up the offense. What's the difference? Let's see what he's got. But I imagine, they say to him, hey, don't throw interceptions, obviously, but be careful. Don't just be throwing interceptions. Take off if you have to, because that gives them an element that they haven't had with Tua.
In 2023, he had 5 rushing touchdowns, an average of 6 yards rushing per game.
That's where the 6.5 comes from.
There you go. Boom.
Let's see what they've got for passing. Quinn Ewers interceptions. Quinn Ewers to throw an interception is minus 160. Joe Burrow to throw an interception is even money, plus 100. Quinn Ewers passing TDs over 1.5 is plus 170.
Wow.
So if you think he's going to throw for 2 tutties, Burrow over 1.5 is minus 160.
Man, could he go in there and throw 2 touchdowns? Why not?
He could. I mean, listen, there's 2 schools of thought, right? Which is, hey, the Bengals are not a great run defense, and Achane will be healthy now, and you have a young quarterback, so if you can limit the number of throws, you're probably doing good for his confidence if they can come out of there with a win and just rely on Devon Achane, is who they've been relying on anyway. Or the other school of thought is, hey, we can finally run this offense that we've been wanting to run all season long. We're no longer hamstrung by Tua, so let's open it out. Let's roll them out. Let's have some misdirection. I will tell you, passing attempts, Burrow is at 34.5. Ewers is at 28.5. So looks to me like the school of thought would be, hey, run heavy, let Achane win the game for you, and try to make it as easy a debut for Quinn Ewers as possible.
Right, because that's what Pizzola was telling us yesterday, right? That the offense is kind of structured well for a young rookie quarterback to come in based on the fact that the Dolphins are going to run the football. It's going to be run heavy. The offensive line's been playing well. I like the version in my mind that I built up, though, where McDaniel says, bleep it. We're going to go 5 wide every single play. Just go sling it, young kid. Like, I like that version in my mind better, where they're just going to let him go out there and try to cook. I know it's not how it's going to happen, but I'd rather see that. Like, let's see what he's got.
But do you do that to him in week 1?
I guess not. All right. I guess not.
Like, do you build up his Who do they have? Who are the remaining 2 games after this?
Tampa next week at home, and then the New England Patriots to close out the season on the road in Foxborough.
All right.
Which looks like, I think, like it's going to end up mattering to them because they're currently behind the Broncos for the number 1 seed. The Broncos are 12-2. The Patriots are 11-3. So depending on what the Broncos do, the Pats could technically still be in the hunt for that top seed to get the bye.
Let's do headlines. Lee Sterling is going to join us. I'm going to try to get a winner from him for tonight's Alabama game, tomorrow's Canes game, Sunday's Dolphins game, and next week's FIU bowl game. It's bowl season, baby.
Let's go.
Headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
It's funny because yesterday, Seahawks-Rams, the winner was going to be in the driver's seat to have the number 1 overall seed in the NFC. The Rams are still the Super Bowl favorite, Hawk, but they could end up, currently they're the 5 seed because they're not going to end up winning their division unless the Seahawks fall off. They could end up and likely will as either the 5 or the 6 seed, but be the favorite to win the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
Wild.
It was a fun game. Would you consider that the best regular season game since that 2000, I think it was 18 or 19 Rams-Chiefs game?
No, which was great. I think there were better ones, but it was wild because it was a great fourth quarter comeback. Then how many times does it happen where a team scores a touchdown first in overtime and loses the game in the NFL? How often does that happen?
Never.
I mean, that just doesn't happen.
Never. It never happens. When
I don't know about never, but
but it rarely happens. Have you but thanks for clarifying that it's not never.
Well, you were saying never pretty definitively. Pretty regeneratively.
Pretty definitive. When Sam Darnold threw that interception in the fourth quarter, did you see like the Rams' chances of winning the game was 99.999% chance of going and winning that game?
Game was done. That game was done before then. Like, that game was done.
So we're talking about Quinn Ewers, trying to figure out what it's going to look like with Quinn Ewers. I want to play some sound for you because he was asked, obviously, about a lot of things. But this one cut stood out to me where he talked about his preparation. And he says, like, there's really been no real reps for him this season at all during practice.
I didn't get any. I got scout team reps. Me or Zach didn't get any of the game plan reps or anything like that, base game plan or anything. But at the end of the day, it's our job to be ready when our name's called. So
almost like a freshman all over again this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to start a game, Hoch, and he has 0 reps, 0 with the first team.
Well, he does this week, though.
This week, right? But I'm saying just in general. I mean, it's bizarre because he's.
Well, how would he have reps with the first team? He was the third string. He was the practice squad quarterback. Like the thing that I thought was more shocking in that quote was that Zach Wilson didn't get any first team reps during practice because he was the backup.
He's the practice squad, or he's not the practice squad. He hasn't been on the practice squad. He's been on the actual 53-man roster, right? But he's still on the 53. And I don't know, maybe because your quarterback, your QB1 all season, is one hit away from being out. And the Dolphins have had myriad examples of Tua going out and then Teddy Bridgewater going out. And then guess what? You're all of a sudden stuck with Tim Boyle. Or Skylar Thompson plays a half and he goes down and you're stuck with Tim Boyle. And then Snoop Huntley comes in and he goes down. Like, why not be prepared for any of these things? I'm not saying give him first team reps every single week, but you're telling me over the past couple weeks, Tua's been regressing, and you never gave either of the two backup quarterbacks chances to throw with the first team? I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
It doesn't seem weird to me that Quinn Ewers didn't get reps. The Zach Wilson thing seems shocking because you're literally any quarterback one play away from having to go to the backup. That one seems shocking to me.
Yeah, or shopping, of course.
And shopping. I got to do some holiday shopping.
Are you going to shop for any Quinn Ewers merch? He's been
putting
it all over
Quinn
social
Ewers
media.
Merch, huh?
That was his first his first social media post after being announced as a starter was a link to his website for Quinn Ewers merch.
Yeah, I'm going to wait on that.
You think anybody's rushing to the store to buy Quinn Ewers merch?
Like a Dolphins fan?
Yeah, Dolphins fan. I'm sure there's Texas fans.
Right. Yeah, like a Dolphins fan, man, I'd have a tough time. I'd have a tough time believing that there was heavy traffic to the website.
Over under 2 Quinn Ewers jerseys, Dolphins Quinn Ewers jerseys we'll see at Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday.
Like actual nameplate Ewers?
14 nameplate Dolphins jersey.
This is the first I'm hearing he's number 14. So
he might not be. I might have made that up.
Yeah, I can't imagine like a handmade one, where somebody puts it on paper.
The tape they duct tape.
Yeah, they duct tape over Tagovailoa. They write Ewers. The Tua has the 1, and they just have a piece of paper with the 4.
Yeah. Speaking of Tua, Quinn Ewers, he talked about how Tua has kind of guided him throughout what's been a tough situation for him.
In Tua's shoes, it's tough. Last year I was benched in the middle of a game last year, so I mean I know how he feels, and it's a bad feeling. But he's been, this morning we figured out, and even within these hours, he's helped me a ton. Obviously because the guys are used to him being in there, so I have to do some minute things that some of his mannerisms in the cadence and how he shifts people and whatnot, and who shifts on themselves sometimes. But I mean, he's been really helpful and in a tough situation, and I know a frustrating situation that he's in.
I can tell you, I'm rooting for him. I love stories like this.
Yeah,
I like stories where someone they were third string all season. They jumped over the actual backup. They got a start. The team had looked kind of offensively challenged, and he shows something special. I like stories like that, so I'm rooting for him.
Could you imagine Monday's show if the Hurricanes beat Texas A&M and Quinn Ewers lights up the Cincinnati Bengals, out-duels Joe Burrow? I mean, we would be so back, baby.
There's got to be a mathematical chance still for the Dolphins to get into the postseason if Ewers plays well Sunday.
Well, according to you, 1% is basically like you're in the playoffs. So, yeah, I'm sure.
Well, 1% is a mathematical chance. There's no question. You cannot debate that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not aware of that?
No. I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. Because you
didn't know 1%?
Yeah, no, you taught me that.
You didn't know 1% of anything that's a mathematical chance?
Yeah, no, you taught me that the other day. Yeah, I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you.
Because you didn't know percentages, remember?
I know percentages. I think I know.
I'm not so certain that you do.
Yeah. You're also trying to shop Quinn Ewers. I'm not exactly sure why, but the Miami Heat, they play the Celtics tonight, 7 p.m. Their losing streak ended yesterday. They beat the Brooklyn Nets barely, but they beat the Brooklyn Nets. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off tonight at the TD Garden. They'll play the Knicks on Sunday. The Florida Panthers play the Carolina Hurricanes tonight. The Heat will be on the FM dial, and the Panthers will be on the AM dial. That's a 7 p.m. kickoff. The Panthers also play the St. Louis Blues tomorrow at 6 p.m. Canes Hoops, they play North Florida on Sunday at 4 p.m. Dolphins, Bengals, Sunday at 1.
Heat, by the way, are 7-point underdogs tonight in Boston.
Boston's good. They're the 4 seed. Jaylen Brown's been hooping. Scores 30 points per game.
You going to be watching the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight tonight?
No, I didn't even know that was happening until I heard Tobin and Leroy talking about it. I've got zero interest in anything a Paul brother does. Honestly, I've just got zero interest.
It's on Netflix, though, right? Am I right, Jimmy? It's on Netflix?
That is correct.
So you can kind of watch it for free. You have no interest. You won't. It's here in Miami.
Is it? Where? At the Kaseya Center?
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe I am interested. Were we promoting this thing? Maybe.
I've been talking about it all week on the Hard Rock app.
That's right. Can't wait. Yeah, I'll be locked in tonight for sure. Netflix, right?
And you didn't see like the press conference and stuff where, I mean, Anthony Joshua is just twice his size.
Yeah, I did. I saw some clips on Twitter. Again, I'm so sick of the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
I know Jimmy's a big fan because one of them's in wrestling. But like, I watched, we talked about whichever Paul, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson for 3 months on this show.
Yeah.
And I was genuinely hyped the hell up. I had never watched Tyson fight, and I got hyped up. And the most memorable thing from that fight was Mike Tyson's butt cheeks. That's it. That's the most memorable thing from that fight. Mike Tyson's ass cheeks is the only thing I can really remember from that entire fight. It was sad watching him in the ring, and Logan Paul didn't even. They talked all this BS to each other. Logan Paul never really took a swing at him.
Was it Logan or Jake?
I don't know, whichever one it was. One of the Paul brothers didn't even take a swing at him. And all I remember is leading up to the fight, Mike Tyson in the locker room, bare ass on Netflix. And then the stream crashing after that.
That's probably why it crashed.
Your weather. Sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable root AC systems. Visit chillzoneac.com. Right now, it's in the mid to upper 80s in South Florida tonight. The lows are going to be in the mid to upper 70s. That is your weather.
Man, this is such a great chat from Mr. Desinord on the YouTube stream. Hoch, Solana just said the Seahawks, after Darnold's interception, had a 1% chance of winning. Yet they did. But he's still arguing that the 1% chance for the Dolphins means they could never make the playoffs. That's kind of interesting, Solana. That's a good little observation there. Because the 1% chance, by your definition, is no mathematical chance at all. If it's down to 1%, you have no chance. And yet, the Seahawks, down to a 1% chance, won the game outright.
It would appear like you've backed me into a corner. However, you have not. First of all, Mr. Desinord, change your name to Mr. Desinerd. Second of all, we weren't talking about actual probabilities and actual mathematical chances. We were talking about the Miami effing Dolphins, Hawk. And when the Miami effing Dolphins, who haven't won a playoff game in 25 years, have a 1% chance.
You got backed into a corner. You're still in the corner. Chance. Mr. Desinord and I enjoy you being in the corner. Sit in the corner.
I got
Sit
back
in the
into
corner.
Okay.
Sit in the corner. You have a 1% chance of getting out of the corner.
Your beloved
Sit in the corner. You're in the corner.
Stay in the corner. His ass down as a third-string quarterback today, and you were clinging onto a 1% chance
corner.
And guess what? Quinn Ewers is starting this Sunday, just as I suggested.
Tell me how my corner tastes. Lee Sterling is going to join us in the next segment. So you got to do a little holiday shopping this weekend. We got a lot of sports going on, but you got to do a little holiday shopping, and you head over to Caneswear in Davie, and you can get it all done right there. Obviously, you want to go tonight and get decked out with some new gear for tomorrow to watch the game. You can go to Caneswear tonight. It's on University Drive in Davie, right next to La Spada's. And you want to shop online and make sure you have your stuff, for Christmas. You go to caneswear.com. They have everything. It's not just Canes merchandise. They've got Dolphins merchandise. Maybe they've got the Quinn Ewers jersey. I don't know. Maybe they got one. Maybe you can make your own there. I'm not exactly certain how it works, but you get to Caneswear in Davie. You get your Canes merch, your Dolphins merch, your Inter Miami merch, Heat, Hurricanes basketball, Marlins, and of course, the reigning Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. Caneswear in Davie has it all. So for your entire Christmas list, you can knock it all off in one visit to Caneswear, because it's not just apparel. They've got so many shirts and hats, jerseys, shorts, and hoodies for you, the entire family, even pets. But they've also got team-branded phone cases. They've got slides. They've got wall clocks. They've got pennants. They've got bobbleheads. They've got anything you can think of. So visit the store in Davie, University Drive, right next to La Spada's, or shop online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot South Florida sports fans shop.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
What about FD Florida and FD Sun?
How about FU?
Today's
same old song.
Rhinestone Cowboy means that Lee Sterling is going to join us here on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. You can follow Lee Sterling on Twitter at Paramount Sports, and you can check out the website, ParamountSports.com. And I've got 4 games, Lee, that I want to get your picks on. So let's find out from him here if we can get him up on the screen at some point. That way I can actually talk to him. Solana's been unavoidably detained by, what are you doing there? You playing a word game? Doing a crossword puzzle? Playing a little Sudoku?
A little Sudoku, for sure. Yeah.
I'm going to go in chronological order. Lee, tonight you've got Alabama and Oklahoma. A lot of people would say that Alabama, probably if you were talking about the 3 teams, Miami, Notre Dame, and Alabama was probably the least deserving out of the 3 teams of being in the college football playoffs. But that doesn't matter. Here we are, 8 o'clock tonight, Alabama at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a 1.5-point favorite.
I would agree with you. I thought they had lost their mojo. Their quarterback, Ty Simpson, had a bad back, never seemed like he recovered from that. And his offensive line did him no favors. They allowed 10 sacks last 3 games here. I think 3 big factors also favor Oklahoma. Games at home. They've been tailgating for like 3 days, getting ready for this game. They have the better defense and also by far the best special teams. This kid, Tate Sandell, 23 for 24 on field goals, 7 for 7 from 50-plus out. And Bama, they're having trouble making field goals, 13 for 20. I think OU advances 24-20.
Yeah, that's going to hurt Notre Dame, too. If Alabama loses, Notre Dame, I mean, they're just going to be screaming at people. And if Alabama and Miami were to lose, oh, my God, Notre Dame, I mean, they're not going to be able to, not going to know what to do with themselves. How about, we'll go in chronological order, the Hurricanes tomorrow at noon, Texas A&M. They're 2.5-point favorites. That probably has a lot to do with this game being at College Station. Where do you fall on the Hurricanes Texas A&M game?
Guys, remember who the quarterback was in that 2022 battle, College Station?
No, who was it?
Tyler Van Dyke.
Wow.
And I was at that game. They had numerous illegal procedures, delay of games. They couldn't get the play in. They, I think they fumbled the punt in that game and missed maybe 2 field goals and still only lost by 6 points. I think the defense is very opportunistic, +9 in turnover ratio, A&M -7. And here's an incredible stat. As good as people thought A&M was at one point, ranked number 3, their schedule in the SEC against SEC opponents before the Texas game, their opponents had a record of 11-40. So I think the blueprint is out there, how to slow down Marcel Reed. Stay in your pass lanes, rushing lanes here, make him throw the football. And I think that the difference here, Tyler Van Dyke to Carson Beck, who's won national titles, who's won at Tennessee, won at Texas here. Wrong team favored. Miami moves on to New Year's Eve.
Let's go.
They're going to get a rematch of the 2002 national championship game against Ohio State. Miami, 24-23, straight
Finally, a little payback for something that's wronged us for 20-plus years. They just threw the penalty flag right now, Jimmy. They just threw the flag.
Yeah. Wait, did Jimmy return the bowling shoes yet? You kept them, didn't you, Jimmy?
Yeah, I kept them.
Jimmy,
Okay.
I mean, they're on to you. The moment you leave the bowling alley with those shoes on, they're on to you. How about the Dolphins game, Lee? So it was 3.5 just an hour ago. Now it's back up to 4 on the Hard Rock Bet app. Bengals 4-point favorites right now over the Dolphins on Sunday.
So the Dolphins actually have a winning record straight up and against the spread at home. I'm fearful of Joe Burrow, off a bad game. He looked terrible, looked disinterested. He's talking to the press. but I think their defense is going to be maybe a little too much for Miami. But I think the offense, I think they're going to try to push the ball down the field and be able to run on a really soft Cincinnati defense. I think it's going to be a fun game to watch. I think Cincinnati wins 31-28, Dolphins cover, and maybe moving to the top 10, getting a better draft choice.
Yeah, looking at the positive side of a potential loss there.
A win-win.
Finally, one more. So Solana's FIU Panthers have made bowl season. What's the name of the bowl again, Solana?
The Serve Pro First Responders Bowl.
Where is it?
In Dallas.
All right. And that's against UTSA.
Yeah.
And UTSA is a 6.5-point favorite over Solana's FIU Panthers. What do you got, Lee?
Little known fact. I was born in Texas, born in Abilene, Texas.
Yep.
A lot of Wranglers, tough Cowboys. Listen to where some of their top players are from. Cade McCown, his father obviously played in the NFL for many years, from Rusk, Texas. You don't mess with someone from Rusk, Texas. Robert Henry, top running back, Lumberton, Mississippi. Devin McEwen, not Jacksonville, Florida, Jacksonville, Texas. And A.J. Wilson, from where they have the state prison, Huntsville, Texas here. You don't want to mess with these boys here. Cade McCown, 27 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions. Going with UTSA here. They're my rival. I went to Texas State. Got a really good offense here. Blowout city here. UTSA.
Blowout city.
42-16.
They got some tough sons of guns on that UTSA team is what he's telling you, Solana.
What guys from Opelika are going to be afraid of Huntsville, Texas? And Lee, how many times this year is FIU going to burn you? I mean, it's happened like 6 times. You owe me
I'm getting it all back. I'm quadrupling it down here.
You owe me like 7 dinners at the Kaseya Center.
7 dinners. Hey, you won.
So this game is a week from today. It's next Friday at 8 p.m. How are you going to watch that, Solana? Like, what are you going to do? It's on ESPN. I'm looking at it right now.
I really wanted to go to the game, but the Heat played that night.
No,
I really was. I was gonna try to go out there with some of the.
I like Lee just laughing at your lies. I mean, we've heard these same lies for 10 years, Lee, and we kind of muffle our laughter. I like you just coming out and going, "Yeah, okay, you wanted to go to the game."
I did. I was looking at flights to Dallas, but unfortunately, Jax didn't approve it from the Heat broadcast, so I'm not gonna be able to make it out there. But I'll definitely that's gonna have Heat game on one TV. FIU in the Serve Pro. What's it called?
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but those guys from too tough an area. You don't want to mess with these guys.
The one that makes me feel good, I'm really rooting for our Hurricanes to advance. I think it would just be such a great moment, and I'm feeling good about them, and I'm feeling good after how you handicapped it as well. So
lines down to 3. Lines down to 3 a lot of places too.
I love it. Lee Sterling, you can follow him on Twitter at Paramount Sports. You can check out the website. It is ParamountSports.com. Hopefully we are talking to you about the next round of the college football playoffs featuring the Miami Hurricanes and Ohio State. I'd be very interested to see what that line would be. Is there any kind of look-ahead line on that?
Ohio State's probably going to be 7. 6
right?
and a half,
I
7.
was thinking even double digits.
I don't think double digits. Nah, I don't think so.
All right. Well, we'll worry about one game at a time. Thanks, Lee.
Okay, guys. Take care.
There you go. Lee Sterling. ParamountSports.com is the website. In the next segment, we will give away a $50 gift card for Twin Peaks. So if you want to win this week's final $50 for Twin Peaks, you have to be listening in the next segment. Will Manso is going to join us in the 4 o'clock hour from College Station, Texas. Talk a little Hurricanes. We could talk some Miami Heat and Dolphins with them as well. I'm a big believer in Atlantic Men's Clinic. If you listen to this show, I talk about them. I look forward to getting that testosterone shot every week. Changed my life. Well, holiday season is here. Got another week or so left. Hustle and bustle and activity. But if your energy's drained and you're not sleeping well and your sex drive is off, it might be tough for you to feel, festive during this holiday season. And all those could be signs of low testosterone. And if that's what's going on, take action and get treated. In your early to mid 30s, guys, you start losing about 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year. So it happens gradually. Then before you know it, you just don't feel like the same guy you were in your 20s or 30s. You get to be my age, 56. You're just not feeling the same. And a lot of guys go, well, I'm just getting older. That's what happens. But you can treat it. It starts with a little visit to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Take the low T quiz right there on the website. Schedule a consultation if you want. They do your lab work while you're there. They have your results within 30 minutes. A Florida licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options. Atlantic Men's Clinic, most men wait a year or longer. There's no need to wait. Call them now. There's 7 locations in South Florida, including their new office in Hollywood. Call them at 877-455-7300, 877-455-7300, or visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Somebody has dubbed me on the text machine Bad Bet Bunny.
Yodawan, that is fantastic, bro. That is fantastic.
You know who Yodawan is?
No idea.
That's Jarrett Rutsky.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me
Oh, is it?
So during the commercial break, I saw a tweet from Teron Armstead saying Tua is going to be the starting quarterback for the Dolphins next season. He's their guy,
all right,
and they're not moving on from him.
Okay.
And then I saw a tweet from Tom Pelissero saying that Tua has absolutely played his last game ever for the Miami Dolphins.
So T-Stead or Pelissero? Who are we trusting?
Pick your fighter.
I think I'm going to go with the NFL insider over the retired NFL player.
Or the former teammate who has the pulse of the locker room?
Listen, Teron Armstead, I love you. And I think his podcast is great. But this dude was selling us a bill of goods all season about Tua and how he was going to turn around and about how this team was going to go from 1-6 and make a playoff run. Like, he loves those guys. Clearly, he's emotional about it, which is fine. I'm not hating at all. I'll take Tom Pelissero's word for it.
All right, fair enough. On this day, in 1997, Titanic was released to theaters. That is,
awesome
without
movie.
question, top 10 movie ever made. Top 10 movie of all time. I don't want to hear your nonsense takes about the Jack could have fit on the door.
He could have.
One of the 10 best movies ever made.
But the same way, and I know you never watched Game of Thrones. I know you didn't, but Hoch, Game of Thrones is widely considered the first 5-6 seasons as the greatest TV show in the history of TV, or top 3.
Really?
Easy. But the last 2 seasons ruined the entire show. The same way you can look at Game of Thrones and say, unbelievable, but the ending was just awful. I look at Titanic the same way. Titanic, top 10 movie of all time. Also, top 5 worst ending of a movie all time.
Wow. Yeah, I don't agree. Somebody puts on the chat, what radio station was Hoch with in 1997? I believe I was at 98.7 The Gator. We did a movie screening for Titanic in Delray Beach. Movie theater in Delray Beach. And I remember my wife and I were going to go. We were going to watch the movie. I had been, we got married in 97 in October. So we were newlyweds. We were only married a couple of months.
Wow.
We lived in Delray Beach. We were doing the movie screening there. And I was going to take my wife. And I remember she was ill. She couldn't go. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go. Because I was introducing the movie to the crowd. And then I said, and then I'll come back. And I think I introduced the movie to the crowd, and then I started watching it just to see what it was like. And I was immediately dragged in. So I think I returned home like 4 hours later.
They had you introduce the movie to the crowd?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it was an invitation only movie for radio listeners.
Oh, okay.
Like you won the passes on the Gator.
Right.
It was our screening.
We should do that. Why don't we do that?
Well, we used to do those all the time. That used to be a big thing for radio stations, but not for sports radio, for music radio. Somebody says, I hope you write a book one day, Hoch. I'll buy it. Better than that. Get yourself a cameo with me and Stu Gatz. All right, let's do headlines here for the 4 o'clock hour with Alejandro Solana, brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Doral Volkswagen or DoralVolkswagen.com.
Man, you got married young, right? I don't know. I'm just trying to do the math here. 97?
Yeah, I was 27.
Yeah, pretty young. That's pretty young.
I don't think they get married.
No?
No.
I think nowadays that's pretty young. I don't really know anybody that's married at 27.
We didn't have kids till like 33, maybe. That was like 33. Josh Appel, by the way, new dad, just texted me. Man, baby poop smells bad. Just texted me during the commercial break.
What was he expecting? Or to not
well, listen, you can be expecting it. You don't realize it's, and then all of a sudden, 2 months later, you don't even smell anything. Like it's crazy.
I kind of soft on me, but I got emotional watching an Instagram story his wife put up of them introducing the new baby to their dog.
Yeah.
They call their dog Wade, it's his name. And Wade coming over to sniff the new baby. I mean, I'm just I got like the butterflies, man. It was weird.
It's adorable.
Yeah. Do we know the name of his son?
I do, but he had asked me not to share it on the air.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I genuinely was thinking about it, like, man, I don't know his name. That makes sense. Yeah. A little cutesy. You're gonna hide the name of your son.
Well, I don't know if that was like a long time edict, because when they had the baby, we were coming on the air, and I said, "Am I allowed to mention it on the air?" He said, "Yes," but Mara asks that you don't say the name. But she's since posted the name, and he's since posted on Instagram. So I think it was just for that moment.
I gotcha.
But I'm still not gonna share the name of the baby.
I hope they're not listening. Like my sister and her husband, my brother-in-law, had a baby, and it's my niece. She's 6 months old on the 1st, I believe, and like we're not allowed to post pictures of her. And look, hey man, I respect. Like I don't argue with the parents of my niece. Obviously, it's their decision. But it's like, yeah, we don't want her identity, and I'm like, who do you guys think you are? Trump?
There are people like that. There are people like that.
Yeah, a little cutesy,
You like that, Jimmy? Is that like you?
No way.
All right.
I'm not like that.
Your parents allow pictures of you online?
I'm a grown man.
Well, I'm just curious. I don't know. Like, do you have your picture on your OnlyFans account, or do you have someone else's picture?
It's a picture of you. You want the Dolphins injury report, Hoch?
Yeah.
All right. Minkah Fitzpatrick, we kind of knew this. He's out for the game, dealing with a calf injury. He will not play. Remember, he left that Monday Night Football game early, so not really a big surprise. Questionable. Jordan Brooks, that kind of sucks.
That'd be bad.
Yeah. Elijah Campbell, Isaiah Johnson, Andrew Meyer, and Jason Sanders, all questionable.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw here for the Bengals, I believe T. Higgins has been upgraded because he was, let me see here, the official T. Higgins with the concussion. He was a full participant in practice, so he's been upgraded to questionable. Looks like he cleared concussion protocol.
All right.
How about this? Matthew Judon is planning to sign with the Buffalo Bills after the Dolphins cut him and he cleared waivers.
All right. A little cutesy there. New England, Miami, Buffalo. All right.
Yeah.
We got you.
Okay.
Have fun with Jordan Poyer.
Oh, he's so bad. Jordan Poyer's so bad, man. So bad. Last week, he had a chance just to get a big-time interception. Ball went right through his hands. Right through his hands. I don't know why he's still in the NFL. I don't know what the Bills are doing.
Getting a lot of money.
The Dolphins are going to play against the Bengals, obviously, on Sunday at 1 p.m. Did you hear any of the sound, Hoch, from Tua regarding his future with the Miami Dolphins? And
this is from yesterday?
Yeah.
I'm not certain that I did.
All right, you want to hear any of it? It was, somewhat interesting. I mean, Tua, he was asked, you're going to hear the questions from the several different reporters here, but he was asked if injuries ultimately were a factor of his future.
Tua, are you upset about being number 3 instead of number 2 on the depth chart, or does it not matter to you if you're not starting?
As I said, I'm here, and my role right now if I'm not starting, is to help the starter help us win games.
Tua, has your hip or any injuries impacted you?
No, sir.
Do you feel like this could impact your future as the organization's starting quarterback?
I think that's out of my control. I control what I can control, and I'll leave it at that.
It's interesting, the emphatic no, sir, regarding any kind of hip injury. So he's just slow and immobile.
Right? I mean, give me like I get a stinger every once in a while. Like, I don't know, make something up, man. What are you doing, Tua? Make something up.
Listen, I mean, I don't want to say anything about my hip because obviously that was a significant injury, but I go out there to compete or whatever. Like, leave it up to you go, no, sir. It's like, huh. So you're just slow. You just can't move.
Because he could take the approach of, the hip was re-aggravated at the end of last season, and I had to kind of slow play my recovery a little bit, and I'm still not at a.
Or just be
100%.
coy. Just be coy. Oh, I would never say that my hip has anything to do with anything. Like, just be coy about it.
Instead, he's telling you, no, I'm good. I just stink. I stink. That's it. One more note from Tua, or one more question from Tua. He was asked if this would be his last game, or that was his last game with the Dolphins.
Do you think you played your last time with the Dolphins?
I'm not too sure. I can't predict the future. I can't, predict any of that. So it is what it is. And as I said, got to help out Q, got to help out Zach, whoever the starter is or is going to be. Do what I can to help them in that role and helping the team win games.
See, that shocks me as well because I thought he could read the future.
He's clearly. I don't think he was planning on getting benched. Would you agree with that, Hoch?
No, I think a couple things are at play. Not only did he not want to be benched, and probably doesn't think that he earned being benched. I think he probably looks at it through a different prism than we do, which is, hey, I've won 4 out of my last 6 games. I'm playing without our wide receiver, who is regarded as one of the best wide receivers in the league. So, of course, the passing game is going to look different when he's not out there. Like, I think he would give you a whole bunch of context that maybe we're not willing to give. I think, though, what has happened is he was unhappy not only with being benched, he's unhappy about going to third string. And I think the way I glean from what's going on here, very unhappy with the way it was handled with him. The short, cursory conversation. But my guess is, with the season they were having and the way that Tua had a couple of issues throughout the season, the post-game comments and whatnot, I think Mike McDaniel, probably Champ Kelly, and maybe Stephen Ross as well, were really turned off by Tua after the game Monday night with Jalen Ramsey on the field, yucking it up. I think they reached their breaking point. And so I think it was like, yeah, you're third string. Like, I just think everything frayed really quickly because I again, I don't know any of this to be a fact, but I think the way he was yucking it up after the game in prime time really rubbed them the wrong way.
Bro, Jalen Ramsey looks into the camera, basically calls him a bitch, and then Tua's shaking his hand after the game. It's just, there's no way. It wasn't just
shaking his hand. You want to shake an old teammate's hand, knock yourself out. You want to dap up an old teammate, knock yourself out. He's cracking up. All of his teammates are in the locker room and bummed about a loss. He's standing out on the field, yucking it up with Jalen Ramsey.
And look, like, Hoch, there's no way for him to have known that even happened until after.
Sure.
But either way, you just got eliminated from the playoffs, man. Just have some awareness. There's no reason in the middle of the fourth quarter, you're down 28-3, a camera should catch you smiling. Like, I know that stuff doesn't really matter. Who knows what was said? But just have the self-awareness. You're on the sideline. You're getting eliminated from the playoffs.
It's your team. You're the highest paid player on the team.
Just have some awareness, bro.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for our Tua sound. There is football tomorrow. Pretty big football. The Miami Hurricanes are going to play at Texas A&M. They're a 3.5-point underdog. It is a noon kickoff, gentlemen. A noon kickoff.
You'll hear it here.
You saw I had sent you guys earlier the injury report that was updated. Looks like Keontae Scott has been elevated to probable, which is, from everything I'm reading, massive news.
Good news
for the Miami Hurricanes, Hawk.
Yep.
Man, I hope that defensive line, your pass rush, just rakes havoc, man. Like, just dominates that game.
What did you say?
Wreaks havoc.
Oh, okay. I thought you said rakes havoc.
I might have. Yeah, you don't have to mark that, Jimmy. What are you going to do with it?
Well, as long as you knew it was reeks. I thought maybe you thought it was rakes havoc.
Yeah. What are you going to do with that, Jimmy? What are you doing? What are you doing with that audio? You've got Alabama. Yeah, I think I know. Alabama.
Jimmy, send that audio
Oklahoma.
to Taylor Vipolis right now.
Alabama versus Oklahoma at 8
My real
p.m.
producer.
Oklahoma is a 1.5-point favorite tonight.
All right.
Ole Miss versus Tulane, 3:30 p.m. That's tomorrow. Ole Miss, a heavy favorite, 17 or 18-point favorite.
All right.
And Oregon plays James Madison, 8 p.m. Oregon, I don't know, like 25-point favorite. I don't know what the line's
125.
Are you gonna put in like a little parlay here? Can we work something out? All four games?
I'm doing. I'm riding the Canes heavy tomorrow.
All right.
Thinking about maybe a boozy or a giddy tonight.
Did you see Kevin Durant? It looks like him and Crowder would be boys. He admitted that he has no issue with going 2 or 3 days without showering. Quote, if I'm just sitting in the house, I might want to go musty for a couple days.
Yeah, he wants to. The way that I read it was kind of like when he's banging in the paint, he wants to be musty and unkempt, and he said he doesn't brush his hair anymore.
Doesn't go to the barber anymore.
Yep, like he's just one of these stinky guys, and he revels in it.
But you know what that is? That's just like becoming a billionaire or whatever, becoming a mega millionaire.
Right. You don't have to worry about everybody else's norms.
Like, oh, you want me to show up with a fresh fade to your little podcast? Like, no, I'm good. I'll show up in a beanie. I don't care. He's got to know better, though, right? Kevin Durant. He's a role model for a bunch of kids. They should shower. Take it from me, kids. You should shower.
All right, I'm sure the kids will take it from you.
Your weather in South Florida right now, partly cloudy. Tonight, I mean, it's just like what type of role model is that? Like, yeah, I don't shower. Well, I don't need a shower. What are we doing here?
All right, get your ass in the shower. The famous Red Fox album. You got to wash that ass.
That's right. My favorite Red Fox album. It's your weather. It's sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable.
You know who Red Fox is?
Of course, yeah, recording artist.
Recording artist?
You said my favorite album, so I just figured it's a musician, a singer.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Visit chillzoneac.com right now in South Florida.
That's shocking, right, listeners? I mean, this is shocking, right?
I know the animal, the red fox. I'm supposed to know the person. What is it? Are you going to tell me?
Red Fox, one of the greatest comedians of our time. He was Fred Sanford on Sanford and Son. He was in Harlem Nights. He's one of the greatest, dirtiest stand-up comedians of all time. Oh, he's a recording artist. I think he was in Boys to Men.
Huck, he was born in 1922. He died 8 years before I was born. I'm sorry. Like
yeah,
what?
learn a couple things.
No, I do. I do learn a couple
Yeah,
things.
learn a couple things.
Your weather. Right now, 80 degrees, mid 80s. Tonight, the lows will be in the mid 70s. That's your weather.
Stephen Preciado texting me. He's younger than you, isn't he?
Nah, I think he's older than me.
People are shocked at you right now.
Yeah.
Red Fox, recording artist?
It was a good guess, I think, by me.
No, terrible guess. Let me give away this $50 gift card for Twin Peaks, and then Will Manso is going to join us in just 5 minutes from College Station, Texas. You ever seen a game there?
Never went to College Station, no.
You ever been to Texas?
I've been to Texas, yeah. Been to the Big D.
You know, all my exes live in Texas.
All right, Drake.
You heard that? You heard that before?
All right, Drake. Why didn't we give that to DVJ?
We should give that to DVJ. $50 gift card for Twin Peaks. You can eat, drink, watch sports there. You got obviously all the games, and there are a ton starting tonight, going all weekend, and then for the next few weeks. What caller number do you want to take for the Twin Peaks gift card?
Let's take caller number 10, because that's what the ranking for the Hurricanes was, right? In the college football playoff.
I don't recall, but that's good enough for me.
Right.
Caller 10, 305-567-0560, 305-567-0560. Caller 10 gets $50 at Twin Peaks. Somebody puts on the chat, he doesn't know Red Fox, but will tell you who won the pickleball championship in Kalamazoo, Michigan 2 months ago.
I was watching Anna Lee Waters today. Big doubles win. You know Anna Lee Waters, Hawk?
Recording artist?
Pretty much.
All right, we'll take a break. Will Manso from Local 10. He's at College Station for Canes tomorrow, and we can talk some Heat and Dolphins with him as well. So let's take a break. We'll come back with Will Manso here in just 5 minutes.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
You have Tua, you can make Tua Tartar.
WQAM.
It is all about the U on this Football Friday. It's also about the two on this Football Friday. Will Manso. It's all about Will Manso. Will Manso's on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. You see him on Local 10. He's in College Station. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Will, you have an hour-long special tonight on Local 10 from 8 till 9 p.m. previewing the game, correct?
We do. We've been shooting it for the last week back home, and then here since I got in, we've been getting Canes fans. Got a little tour of Kyle Field this morning, pretty cool. And now I'm out here kind of doing live shots, waiting for the show at 8.
Very cool. We'll be watching that, obviously. Is there a festive atmosphere? I mean, it is the college football playoffs, and it's that time of year, bowl season in college football. So does it feel real special?
It does. It does. And you've done this long enough, Hoch, that sometimes you get kind of like jaded. Like, I've seen it all. I've been to this game and that game and big games. But there is something about the Canes being part of this. Like right now, I'm looking at 7 or 8 Canes fans in their orange and green taking pictures in front of the home of the 12th man sign in front of these statues. Then to my right, there's probably about 300 Texas A&M kids that are lining up that are camping out the night to be part of College game day. They're already here camped out with their chairs and blankets. And then behind me is Kyle Field, which is this really cool place, 100,000 plus. So there's just a real vibe and energy in this town because everywhere you go, this is all that matters. This is a small college town. This is all that matters is that game tomorrow.
Hey, Will, I know, you're there on a professional basis. I realize that, but I don't think there's any shame in the fact that you're a Canes fan and you went to UM. You want to see them win. Yeah. I'm just wondering, are you nervous?
Go Canes. We got Canes fans right in front of me. Back home in Miami, Canes fans.
Yeah, let's go.
There you go. I got Canes fans here, man. You got to go ahead. Sorry, Solana.
No, it's cool. I love that. Are you nervous? I wonder, has it hit you? This is the biggest the biggest Canes game since 2003.
Yeah, it's funny. The nervous energy started for me when I got on that field today. Like they let us go on the field and get a little tour, and it was just like, man, thinking to see the orange and green in that setting with the world watching. Just this huge game, noon kickoff, all the excitement. Like it had me. It gave me the chills. Because as a fan, that's what you love, those opportunities. And let's face it, as Canes fans, we love our history, we love our past, but the reality is the recent past hasn't been very good. We haven't had, as you just said, it's been 20 years or so. To feel this again, that energy is so rare. And every Canes fan I met today, it's the same. They're like, man, we had to come just to be part of this. We don't know when it's going to happen again. Hopefully this is the start of something big for, many years to come, but you got to take it in when you get the chance, and that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, I'm super excited for tomorrow. I'm feeling good about it. Are you feeling good about it? We talked this week. We had Gino Torretta on. We had Danny Cannell on. Had Lee Sterling on. Rob Pizzola. Everyone to a man has picked the Hurricanes and has said that this Hurricanes team really is built to advance to the next round.
I feel the same way. The only thing that has me a little nervous, I think, is, look, these are the kind of games that it could snowball fast if you make mistakes early, if you fall behind early, if you really let that crowd be part of it. I think man-to-man, personnel-wise, I think the Canes are as good or better than A&M. I do. I look at the skill positions, the talent they have. A&M is very talented, but the line that Miami has on both defensive line, offensive line, I think Carson Beck's experience over a young, quarterback, Marcelo Reed, is very talented and certainly a dual-threat guy, but I think the advantage is there, but guys, again, this field, you can't downplay that when it gets loud and if things go sideways and things go wrong, it could get ugly in a hurry and go the wrong way. But I feel Canes get off to a good start and keep this a game that I think they have the players and the staff, the people, the coaching, the preparation, everything to win this game tomorrow.
I big picture, does Cristobal need to win this game in order for this season to be deemed successful? I wonder if, I think all of us were saying, hey, win the ACC championship game. But even though they did, they got to the playoff, which I think was ultimately the goal this year. But now that you're here, it would just seem, I don't know, I guess anticlimactic to not win this game. Like, does he need to win this game in order for us to all say, hey, successful season?
I mean, I think it depends too. Look, the only way that I would feel it would leave a bad taste in my mouth. I don't want to lose tomorrow. As a Canes fan, as an alum, I think everybody out there, nobody wants to lose. There's a possibility they do. I think if they play a good game, getting to the college football playoff was enough. I think it's a successful season. I don't care what happens tomorrow as much as I want to win. I do think if they come out and get embarrassed, and then you have the country saying, oh, see, it should have been Notre Dame. Miami didn't belong. I think you could then get caught up in that and say, man, maybe it wasn't that great a season. They got destroyed. I don't see them getting destroyed tomorrow. I just don't see that happening. They could certainly lose, but I think regardless of what happens tomorrow, this team is going in the right direction. The recruiting, the guys, look at the NFL draft coming up, the names that you see of players from the Canes, that, the growth of players, Maui Noah and Bain, guys that Mario recruited that first class. That's the kind of player I think that's coming to Miami now. So I think he's building the right way. I think it's a successful season regardless, but I hope they don't get blown out tomorrow, because that can certainly leave a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
Yeah, I was saying, can you imagine if Miami lost and Alabama loses tonight? I mean, Notre Dame is not going to shut up for the next 4 or 5 months.
I had to mute the words Notre Dame on my Twitter. I couldn't
tell them, Will,
though.
I believe you got a sign yesterday that the Hurricanes are destined to win. Can you share with Solana what you saw at the airport yesterday that I took as a sign?
Two things I took as a sign, Hoch. One of them is the one I saw at the airport. So I get to the airport, I sit down. It's a 4-hour delay. So I'm like, oh, great. I'm going to start drinking. I look to the right, and there's a sign staring at me on the table. It says Aperol Spritz. I said, geez, Hoch is with me.
Wow.
He's the only person I know that would. Hoch is with me. I said, that's number one. Number two is I get back to the hotel, or I get to the hotel after a long night. We didn't get until almost 4:30 in the morning. We get in at 4:30 in the morning. I got to take a shower. I've been on airports, planes. I just want to freshen up and get a good night's sleep. And the soap inside the hotel says Gel de Bain. And I know that's some sort of a bathroom reference and probably in French, but I said Gel de Bain. Hey, Ruben Bain influencer right here at A&M. So Aperol Spritz and Gel de Bain, Canes are winning tomorrow.
I mean, seems kind of written.
Aperol Spritz is orange too. Like, that has to matter, does it?
Great
not?
call. Great
has
call.
to matter.
It does.
Has to matter.
It's a very, very good call. Now, listen, by the way, it was at Boat Campers. Shout out Boat Campers at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. So a lot of good signs, and more Canes fans. That's another thing, guys. I don't know how many Canes fans are going to be in there. It's 100,000 people, but I have seen a lot of orange and green today. So it's been very cool to see.
Are you surprised at all, Will, that my young partner here, Alejandro Solana, has never heard of Red Fox?
You never heard of Red Fox? Really?
Solana?
But like,
well, I guess you are surprised, Will. Yeah, I've never heard of Red Fox.
Well, you know why I always find it weird is because I can understand like pre-social media interest, but now with algorithms and stuff coming up, there's always old clips of people and comedians and stuff that you'd think you would have run into a clip of Red Fox at some point.
No, my algorithm is.
I don't want to know.
Right, there's some Red Fox, but it's not a comedian.
I don't want to know. I opened up that Pandora box.
Yeah, you did that to yourself, Will.
I did. I deserve it.
Quickly before we run out of time, so Tua, obviously, you'll be on the bench. It'll be Quinn Ewers Sunday for the Dolphins. Do you think Tua's played his final game with the Dolphins?
I do, guys, because I think at this point, they did the right thing, I thought, by the way, putting him as number 3. I know a lot of people are like, oh, my God, he fell to 3. If you're not starting, you have to remove that ability to say, well, what if the kid struggles in the next couple of games, you reinsert Tua? No, they need to move on for this season. And I think in the offseason, they're going to find a way to move on from that contract one way or the other. Whoever the new general manager is, whether McDaniel stays or goes, McDaniel has pretty much said now, that's it. He's moving on from Tua. Without saying it, I mean, just doing it, he's moved on. So if he keeps his job, to go back to Tua doesn't make any sense. And I think Stephen Ross knows that, look, if we're going to have to move on from Tua, we're going to have to move on from that contract. So whatever it takes, you have to move on. So I guess to answer your question, yeah, I don't think Tua plays for the Dolphins again. I just don't see a scenario where that's a positive thing given what's happened now. I think they've made the decision and they have to move forward.
Crazy that we've come to this, right? Like, there's no chance. Well, I shouldn't say there's no chance, because probably Solana saw it. And I know a lot of Dolphins fans are going to say they saw it. There's no chance going into this season that you thought 3/4 of the way through the season we'd have seen Tua's final game as a Dolphin.
No, I would love to tell you that I thought that, but I didn't. I've always been a person who thought, I will say this, look, early in the season, I think right on this show, we had the conversation just a few weeks into the season, man, Tua appears to be regressing, but there's a lot of season left. I remember us having that chat, and then he just never got better. And now that regression has turned into a benching and probably the end of his era here. So it is weird. It happened so fast, whether it's physical, mental, a combination of all, but the rise and then the fall was so rapid that it's just unbelievable that we're having this conversation.
Yeah, it did. It was so sudden. Like if it really was the end of the Tua era, it's sudden. Will, the one thing I can't wrap my head around, and maybe it makes more sense to you, why publicly announce that they're benching him? Why not say, hey, we're going to shut him down? Almost to say, hey, look, I mean, the season's over. We know his injury history. We don't want to risk a further concussion. Like, just kind of leave it up in the air whether or not his future is still here in Miami. But by them saying, hey, we're benching him, in my opinion, they're telling everybody, like, yeah, we think he's cooked.
Hey, by the way, Will, if you need to go do a live hit on Local 10, just tell us. Like we're because I know you're doing live TV.
No, I don't have anything till 4:05. No, and look, I think the answer to that question, Solana, is that
5:05 our time.
They want to move on.
People who just got confused by what Will said. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at my watch. Yeah, so 5:05 your time. No, the reality is this: I think they had to move on in a very firm way, and I know that that's a weird way to do it. But when you bench a guy, when you move on from a guy, I don't think it helps anyone, and not Tua or anyone, by saying, "Hey, we're just giving him some time to look at the young guy," because then it leaves the window open. Like, hey, he's still your QB, and I don't think they believe it. I don't think there's any lead to lie and mislead fans and mislead anybody into himself and thinking that this could work out. I think you guys heard the Tua sound the other day. It was short. It was tough to hear because obviously you feel for the guy. I know he's got a $150 million contract, whatever. I get it, but it still sucks. Like, to get benched and see your time probably come to a close. But I think it had to be, what's the old saying? Like, you had to rip the Band-Aid off, right? You couldn't just ease it through. You just had to rip it off and move on. And I think both sides will probably benefit from it. Tua will get a chance elsewhere if he really wants one. I think he will. And I think the Dolphins then can focus on finding the next quarterback, because it's not like they've been looking for one for 27 years.
Will Manso, watch him on Local 10. He's coming up at 5:05, just about 20 minutes from now. But he's got a 1-hour special tonight, 8 till 9 p.m. Will Manso, Local 10, chasing a championship, live from College Station, Texas.
By the way, I know you got to go, but the Gig'em thing is driving me crazy. The Gig'em, everybody hears Gig'em, and I honestly I've heard it, obviously, the term, but do you know what it stems from? Gig'em? Do you know where it comes from? I don't
really. I do know Gig'em, but I've never really.
So in the 1930s, apparently you would get the way you would capture like frogs was like with like a spear or some kind of thing, and like get them. And they were playing TCU, obviously the horned frogs, so they would gig them. That's the way they did it. And they became Gig'em. And so the kid that people are explaining to me today, and they're like, "Yeah, our symbol is you close your fist and your thumb is raised straight up." I'm thinking to myself, see, in other parts of the world we call that a thumbs up. That's
funny,
what it is. I don't know.
Crowder has asked me to go gigging before, because Crowder does go gigging for frogs, and he's asked me to go gigging.
That's in there. You go. And so I learned something new. Thank you to the Texas A&M faithful here who taught me that. You give a thumbs up, you say gig 'em, and there you go. That's what we'll be hearing a million.
You get a free meal wherever you go. Have you gone to Whataburger?
No, I went to Jack in the Box. I saw Whataburger, but I had Jack in the Box for breakfast.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Never had that before.
I love some Jack.
Is it good? It's good. Jack in the Box.
I used to go to Lake Havasu City, Arizona all the time, and between Jack in the Box and In-N-Out, that was my 1-2 rotation. So I was happy to see Jack in the Box next to our hotel.
Very cool. All right, Will Manso, watch him tonight, 8 p.m. Big special on Local 10. See you, Will. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, guys. Anytime. You too.
There you go. 5 o'clock, Funky Buddha Happy Hour is coming up. I want to tell you first about my good friends and the award-winning team at Doral Volkswagen. Maybe you're doing a little car shopping this weekend. Right now, you can select from a huge inventory of new Volkswagen models like the Atlas, Tiguan, and Taos. They have the perfect new Volkswagen for you in stock, ready for immediate delivery. With competitive financing and flexible lease options, you will get the best deal at Doral Volkswagen. Nobody sells for less. That's Doral Volkswagen.
This is Hoch, Crowder, and Solana.
I don't look like a typical major leaguer, but I can throw that gas. That for the Hurricanes, Jimmy?
Yes, it is.
I like it. 5 o'clock hour is the Funky Buddha Happy Hour, brought to you by our friends at Funky Buddha Brewery on this Football Friday. By the way, if you want to watch the Dolphins game on Sunday, Funky Buddha has a little watch party, and on the menu for Sunday only, they're going to have chili, just like they do it in Cincinnati at Skyline Chili. You can go to Funky Buddha. You can go to Funky Buddha all weekend long for any of the games. They have live music on the weekends, great food, great beer, time of your life. This is a great time of year to be at Funky Buddha. Let me look at their Instagram, see if anything is going on. Oh, look at that. Funky Buddha, it says stock up for the holidays and New Year's Eve with buy 3, get 1 free in the tap room and online. How about that? Buy 3, get 1 free. Yeah, maybe you're going to a watch party tomorrow. You want to bring a little Funky Buddha. You buy 3, you get 1 free.
That's right.
I mean, what can you do?
So that's not a BOGO. What is that? A buy 3, get 1 free? Well,
Right. That's what I said. Buy 3, get 1 free. It's
Right,
exactly that.
What do you call it, though, Hoch? What do you call that?
Buy 3, get 1 free.
Okay. Well,
Because it's pretty self-explanatory when you hear it.
Right, but buy 1, get 1 free, also self-explanatory, but they have a little word for it.
Right, but this is buy 3 and get 1 free.
Okay. I got you.
Well, I don't think you do.
I got you.
Well, I'm not certain that you do.
Okay.
All right, let's get headlines here for the 5 o'clock Funky Buddha Happy Hour. On this Football Friday, headlines brought to you by Durrell Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit them at Durrell Volkswagen or DurrellVolkswagen.com.
I am, Hoch, just a little behind the scenes here. I'm having so much fun watching Jimmy count right now for just some log things that we're trying to get figured out. Like he has the pen and paper, he's got a calculator. Wow. Like I'm genuinely enjoying this.
You need me to help you walk through it, Jimmy? I'm pretty good at math.
I'm good at math too.
All right. I'm not.
All right. How do you want to handle these headlines here, Hoch? Because I've got our entire schedule mapped out for the weekend, and I can run through it right now if you'd like me to.
Does it start with me being at Italy tomorrow night?
No, that wasn't included in my headline.
Oh, because that you said our schedule, and that's part of my schedule.
Yeah, I'm talking about your TV watching or radio listening schedule.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, happy birthday, Arvydas Sabonis. Turned 6 years
Wow.
old.
How about that?
See, I know basketball players born before the 90s.
Also, Warren Sapp, UM legend, 53 today. Kevin McHale, 68. Do you know who he is?
I do. Of course I know Kevin McHale.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
You said it a little weird. McHale. Just Kevin McHale.
Yeah, Kevin McHale.
Yeah, you say it weird. Tonight.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Jimmy would play that, but he's not paying attention. He's trying to add
a lot going on back there. Leave Jimmy alone.
5 plus 3. The Miami Heat play the Celtics tonight at 7 p.m. Tyler Hero's going to miss this game again, Hoch. So he's out tonight. At 7 p.m., the Florida Panthers play the Carolina Hurricanes tonight.
So you got a 7 p.m. Heat and a 7 p.m. Panthers?
Correct.
And what time is this Jake Paul fight?
No idea. That I don't have on my schedule.
Oh, what kind of schedule is this?
Well, I got everything else. Literally anything else you want to know, I've got. Anything.
Well, I wanted to know that, though.
Well, that I don't have.
Well, on the Hard Rock app, it says 11:15 for Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. So my guess is more like 11:45, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, where you been the last 40 years, Hoch? There's a big main event fight tonight. It's going to be at around 11:30, midnight.
Well, why didn't you say that when I asked you the first time?
Yeah, I don't know. Just felt like it goes without saying. You know, it's one of those things. You don't have to say it.
Yeah.
tomorrow at noon, the Miami Hurricanes are going to play Texas A&M.
All right, so we got Panthers and Heat at 7 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You got Canes at noon tomorrow.
Correct. But we've got to go back to tonight because I forgot Alabama plays Oklahoma tonight at 8 p.m.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Tomorrow at 3:30.
You have this written down?
I've got it written down. Just clearly not very well organized. Tomorrow at 3:30, Ole Miss plays Tulane. 3:30. Okay. You with me?
I am. I don't know if that one really makes the schedule. I mean, I'm interested for the Lane Kiffin reason, but I don't know if I'll be sitting there watching that one.
It's a college football playoff game, Hoch. It's the playoffs.
Right. I'm going to Italy, you see.
Yeah, I gotcha. But they'll have Ole Miss Tulane on, I'm sure, at Italy. The Panthers tomorrow at 6
you really have this written down? I don't know what you're saying anymore.
The Panthers play tomorrow at 6 p.m. against the St. Louis Blues. Also tomorrow at 5 p.m., Commanders take on the Eagles. That'll be on Fox.
All right.
And then at 8 p.m., Oregon versus James Madison tomorrow. And then at 8:20, Bears-Packers on Fox.
How can I watch all this?
I mean, you're either a sports fan or you're not.
I don't have time.
And then Sunday, 1 p.m., the Dolphins play the Bengals. Sunday at 4 p.m., Canes Hoops plays North Florida at the Watsco Center. I believe that's their final game before they have a little break before ACC play. And then at 6 p.m., the Miami Heat play the New York Knicks. All that's happening on Sunday.
That's too much.
All right. Well, I'll see you at Italy, I guess.
See you guys there.
Your weather in South Florida, partly cloudy. Tonight, the lows are going to drop into the mid-70s. That's brought to you by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliable Root AC systems. Visit chillzoneac.com. I really should mention there are a couple actual headlines here other than me just pretending to be an idiot. Minkah Fitzpatrick officially ruled out from the injury report. We knew that already because we were told, but that's official. And as for the rest of some of the players for the Dolphins, Jordan Brooks, Elijah Campbell, Isaiah Johnson, Andrew Meyer, Jason Sanders are all listed as questionable. I saw a report earlier that Matthew Judon is going to practice with the Bills or they hosted him for a tryout and they're going to sign him to their practice squad.
All right.
Those are your headlines, Hoch.
All right, very good. Don Bailey Jr. will join us in the next segment. We can talk some Canes football with him. Maybe give him a funny line or two to work into the broadcast if Joe Zagacki will allow it tomorrow. Maybe you're struggling still to find that perfect gift for the holidays, and you only got a few days left. This is a perfect weekend to head to International Jewelers Exchange because everybody loves fine jewelry and watches. You come to International Jewelers Exchange with over 40 years in business and 3 South Florida locations. They really are your jewelry superstore. More than 150 individual jewelers at their locations, all family owned and operated. So you go there this weekend. If you've never stepped foot in International Jewelers Exchange before, think of it like this. It's not your typical jewelry store. It's a superstore. There's more than, like I said, 150 individual jewelers, all family owned and operated, to choose from under one roof. And you literally will be able to find anything you're looking for that last minute holiday shopping. So maybe you have someone on your list loves watches. They have every timepiece you've ever dreamed of. Rings, necklaces, custom designed piece of jewelry. They do everything at International Jewelers Exchange. And you're not dealing with, a commission salesperson. You're engaging with jewelers with over 50 years experience. And the prices are wholesale to the public. You'll see items up to 70% off retail. So do your holiday shopping this weekend. International Jewelers Exchange. Again, there are 3 locations. You've got Aventura. It's a block south of Aventura Mall. You've got Boca Raton. It's on Glades Road, just west of the Turnpike. and you've got Boynton Beach at Boynton Beach Boulevard and Military Trail. Happy holidays from the International Jewelers Exchange, unbeatable by design.
You're listening to the Hoch, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Text threads are meant for pictures of Jimmy's hot dog.